right? So we know this is Friday in October. So what do we do at this point? We do nothing, right? We do only expect one thing. We look for the higher time frames and see, okay, chart is price is starting to make, guess what? Internal breakout structures all the way, right? Whatever. So this is your inducement in here. It already made like breakout structures. So we're starting to getting bullish. Awesome, right? So what do we see still? Obviously now we're expecting inducement low and go higher to what? At least break the structures and of course aim for liquidity next. So what are we doing next? Just waiting for the cycle, and as you see how we do utilizing the entry helper. At this point, of course, it's nothing in terms of price, so we're not even expecting anything to do. But now if you see this price is channeling lower, what does it do here? It makes a first minor inducement in here. Okay, so now we expect, okay, this is my minor inducement. Awesome. So this becomes my smart money trap. All right, so this is my smart money trap. Smart money trap. Awesome. So what do you expect? We always expect like an inducement lower and then mitigating stuff lower in here. Okay, so what is a technical zone you could look for? Right, below this inducement, there is only this price action here, and this is already mitigated in here. So this is technically still the push, again, that led to the whole break of structure, and this is the extreme, and this becomes the decisional, okay? So you're taking this point in here, you can break it down, refine it, as Rocco explained you earlier, and see if there's mitigations left. Yes, so that's not properly mitigated in here. So you're taking this extreme like this, okay? For proper mitigation zones in here. Okay, so again, this is your decision that led to the whole push, and the whole push started from this area. So this is the new high, this is the whole push that led to the whole break. So this becomes your decisional, this becomes your extreme, this becomes your smart money trap, because this is your minor inducement in Frankfurt. We don't care about that one. So what we can do now, again, the entry help at this point is completely unnecessary. Like, we don't need it. But if you need, for example, like more, let's call it like confluences, like where's my trade, my pen, let's say I wanted to know, okay, so are we done yet? Should we go lower? Then you can start using the EDMs, for example, like in this stage in here. If you have an EDM in here, awesome. So now I know, okay, I want to go lower here because I expect that. Does it make sense? So for example, how can it look like? Let me remove my pen. In here, so we go to the 1 minute. Right, so what do we expect already? Now we can utilize the entry helper, right? So nothing yet, right? So now we're starting to do, like obviously, an EDM in here, but not the cleanest one. Let me check the 5 minute. Okay. So nothing here yet. Okay, so that's nothing, but if anything, we have a lead to the downside in this one, so that's not a reversal trade. It's just continuation lower and nothing really at this stages. Okay, so we're not expecting anything in this, and what it did, it traps, mitigates in here. So then there's nothing on entry helper. So we're not interested in anything, but if anything, we're looking for mitigation here in now. What is the time? It's getting into London. So the entry helper is completely unnecessary. You're only looking for trade opportunities soon. So guess what? This is now the confirmed point of interest, because why? Smart money trap. Timing confirms. What do we have? Channeling downwards. Right? So awesome. We can look for this area for entries. Right? Let's see if it taps. It taps in here. And now the whole thing starts again. So what do? We're waiting for break of structures. So that's the next valid break of structure. It is all above in here. So we're not interested in looking anything in here other, let's say other, this zone in here, right, is the imbalance. And if now a let comes down here, it's just additional confluences. But I remember it never tapped into here, but did what? Give a break of structure. Okay, so awesome. So now we know this is a break of structure in here. So now we can look for either EDMs or LETs. So this is your EDM let in here. It doesn't make 0 sense in here. Why would it be above here? It needs to be below in here. Okay. So what do you do instead? Like you wait patiently for example, additional stuff in here. But now you know this is my EDM trade or my let in here. It wasn't below here, but I will not trade it here because there's my stop loss. Obviously, I will not put my stop below here. So I wait for confirmations and let just price do its thing. Now I have a new higher high in here. Awesome. Away from my daily cycle, right? So that's not a let, that's nothing above here. So if anything, I want to look for an EDM of the extreme, right? So I want to take this zone and look for EDMs. If it gives it to me, I take it, right? So if you have it in here, so that makes very equal lows in here. But what is it? It's never broke this zone in here. If you look closely, it just comes very close, but it never broke it. So that locks in my what? That's the let, and that's the EDM of the let. It just confirmed now that I can look. Whoops. No, not here. Obviously, that should go in here. So you see that's a low, low. That's not, that's equal. So that's my EDM trade. And you're looking to trade away from that zone now, okay? It's just for confirmation to make price clearer. And obviously you're looking for buys in here, and then price obviously goes. Okay, and then you just over and over again, you're doing the same thing, just trading in line. So again, now you're having your minor inducement of Asia. Are we done yet anywhere but in terms of the bigger picture? No, we're not even induced this zone. So why would you reverse here? So we do look for reversal trades. So you look for the M1. Again, you have your mitigation in here. So what is it also? An EDM. Not the cleanest one, but still, again, you understand the price action continues higher. Why? Because this point in here that led to the break of structure, this little push in here, traded, this one is already EDM. So you're just understanding price action a little bit better, but that's not clean to take. So you're just waiting until you get your EDM in here, so your let, and this makes the whole thing clear and it goes higher. It just adds additional confluences until what? Of course, until price breaks now in this zone. But you see, we don't make stuff up. We're just trading in line and using the entry helper for confluences to understand a little bit what's going on. Does it make sense? But you don't need to force any trade by any means whatsoever. So let's say this is the inducement in here. Okay. So what can we do in this stage? Nothing. We just wait it out, right? Why would you do anything? So price is even going higher. Awesome. So we have our first target hit pretty much. So should we get too crazy with that? No. What we do, we see our next imbalance area and see what price does in this area. Just waiting for confirmations. We look to the left. Have you ever taken out this liquidity? No, we did not. So we're just waiting patiently. Awesome. Goes even higher, higher, higher. Awesome. Never touched in there. Makes complete sense. Okay, so that's removed now. It goes even higher, higher, higher. Awesome. So doing the same thing. We're just trading still in line with the overall trend. So now we could think, okay, now we took out this liquidity. So look, do we look for reversal trades? I don't know. But what does the entry helper say? This is the mitigation imbalance. Okay, awesome. So what do we do? See the channel. Okay, awesome. See the downwards channel in here. Okay, perfect. So what's the extreme mitigation at this point? Awesome. So we take this point in here, right? Awesome, mitigates it. When does it do it? London close. What is it also? It's also an EDM. You see, it just adds, and this is, for example, the anti-confluence. Did you see the false channel? You don't look for reversals. So that keeps you out of this unnecessary sell, whatever you maybe took in here, because you're trading away from whatever the New York trap. And again, London close, what's the purpose of London close? Mitigating, it's also an EDM. So you're looking for more upside. So you remove this one and just continue higher to end the week off. It just adds for additional confidence and understand what's going on. Of course, that's not only how you use it as for confluences, but how to trade it. It's obviously a little bit easier because you only should trade the cup trades, okay? And for example, even this in here, you would not look for a sell in here because it never gave a break of structure of this. If anything, it's an EDM, and then you can, you're trading the buy instead of looking for sells for a break of structure, no break of structure. And again, EDM instead. Just confirmations. Okay. Awesome. So any questions about this day, for example? You enter on the 1 minute on the last example, like in here. Yeah, you could if you break that down on the 1 minute. it's even clearer. As you can see, this is technically the candle Walker explained earlier, which you can definitely take, and it exactly mitigated that. Then what you have, perfect sense in here, makes equal lows, equal highs. As I told you, I like it even better than break of structures. And it comes back, mitigates the extreme. Awesome. But you need to see the bigger picture first, because you're even thinking about digging into these trades, right? You should not randomly dig into these trades all the time. Okay. So maybe just this one on the 5-minute then, quick. So for additional confluences of events, how we do it, same thing. We're just waiting, patiently. There we go. Finally, we have what? Our inducement, right? So we know already, okay, this is my inducement of London, perfect timing, right? So guess what? We have in here, that's the first let, obviously, that led to the mitigation here. Obviously, perfect. So obviously we're not interested in that anyways. But we're looking for the inducement. Now we could trade this buy in here from the inducement. But again, the better thing is to wait for internal break of structures. You never had that. So this is the risky approach. I would not recommend it at the beginning, but it tapped into this one. Right, then again, you just wait till this one taps in here maybe. Right, awesome. You're trading the order flow. Did not give anything in here, right? So of course, that's why it even gives a little pullback area, because it kind of struggled again with the equilibrium to smoke through it. That's why the kind of reaction happened in here as well. Gets back to here though, mitigates that perfectly, but still no break of structure to confirm the overall trade. But again, you're just trading the order flow entry. And again, what is going on here? Finally, you have the break of structure, right? So now guess what? This area in here will definitely become an area you would look for after. But how could you do it? You combine it just with, again, for example, wait. Oh, obviously tapped in. See, there was not an EDM in here. This one in here was not an EDM. As you can see, this point in price in here was never lower than this one in here. But this point in here pushed even momentum even lower. This one you can take, and then of course you take it to the upside. And also this one in here, but did it fail? Create and led to the false side. That's why the pullback happened. And of course then it pushes higher, struggles first, as you can see, to go over the equilibrium and then finally smoke through it. Okay. Same stuff all over again. Just adds more confluences in overall. Yeah, obviously price action always first, and then again the last additional piece of the puzzle is looking at the entry level. But of course we show you how to use it properly. You should not use it like this. It's just for confirmations, and you should not trade like this. We'll show you exactly how to use it in the process, okay? Because if you're going to the cup trade, that stuff will help you a lot to get into the right trades and help you identify trading opportunities very, very easier. Of course, not at a bigger time frame, but of course, like in the internal plays, it will make stuff very, very clean for you guys.